And I'm assuming we're live. Yeah, there we go.
The numbers are going? Okay.
The numbers are going. Yeah.
All right.
So, all right, coffee time.
Hello.
I'm Pat.
I'm Will.
I'm Jeffrey. This is Coffee Before Bed.
Coffee before bed. That's right.
Good to see you all.
Gentlemen. This is tea time. You should like open up with arm wrestling or something, you know.
Titties.
Pudding. So,
Attempt in a dignified manner.
yeah.
That's all right.
So what's new? What's the topic for the night? You got all your rig talk out of you, right? We're good?
We did. If it becomes appropriate later on, then absolutely. But no, one of us.
Yeah, you always lose me on that.
Well, there's a certain human aspect that you can relate to, especially when it comes to dudes that are overly macho and fat, and dudes that seem to think that the right way to live is to buy a whole bunch of 24 Kashigo lean frozen dinners and
Oh, right. Hungry Man's. Hungry
yeah,
Man's. Yeah.
And buy the biggest truck you can.
Yeah.
Oh
Did we
yeah.
talk about that the other night?
You and I did.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's where we had some crossover
We
with
did. Yeah.
the first paycheck goes to that gigantic truck.
Gigantic truck. Now we got you nuts.
From what I understand of things, one of us had a pretty big blowout because he's not going to be doing any drinking this month.
No, I'm not doing any drinking this month. I'm off. So
Bravo.
thanks. It is for the sake of my liver.
Well, I was going to ask, what's the impetus of this? Is this a national thing, or is it a?
I think I know Joe Rogan does it every now and then. He does Sober October and Dry July or something like that, where you just give yourself a month to completely detox. So
Oh, okay.
for me personally, it's just drinking's just been getting a little too heavy lately, and so I need to.
A reset.
Well, I'm not as bad as I was last year. See, last year I was doing it twice as hard as I do it right now.
Yeah,
but I'm
totally
still just spacing the days out, and it's just, it's not good. And, my brother, he's talked to me about, a lot of the stuff that he had to learn and shit. And so I was like, oh, yeah, actually, that's really bad for you. So.
Yes, it is.
That's okay.
Well, I mean, we can share some of our experiences with different, addictions, if you please, in the way that we've sort of mitigated them. Instead of the dam breaking, we just sort of, drain it every now and then. I know that I do so with these corny slot machine games on my phone.
What, really? You got the gambling addiction?
I have for a long time.
Oh, okay.
I don't pay for this.
Oh, okay.
I do too. But
Well, I thought
I'm
you
under
just did
control.
sports books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would love it. But, dude, if I lived in Vegas, it would be bad.
You'd be broke.
It would
You
not
join
be
the merchant
good.
marine.
Not broke, in debt, fucking like how do these reverse mortgages work? Right?
But you're not old.
Yeah, look at you.
The game that I like does not pay out that often.
No.
Even though they say it's the best odds.
What?
Craps.
Craps?
It's
I thought
supposed-
blackjack had the best odds.
Craps is supposed to be the best odds of all the table games and stuff, but
I didn't know that.
not win that much.
I've never won anything at craps. I mean, I'd go to the blackjack table and play that for hours, make money, and then lose 5 minutes to craps because people have to reteach me the fucking rules every time.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is I kind of remember the rules and I kind of don't. I would argue that it is the most fun table game.
if it's a good session, oh my god, it goes crazy.
Especially if you bring your crowd.
Yeah.
Right. If you're just hanging out with townies, then you take your risks, because you can have just a bunch of grumpy ass old Asian ladies, which has happened to me.
Table that's going good, people are singing,
really?
people are betting for other people, there's just money all over the place. It's crazy.
I don't think I've been in a casino since we all went up to Black Hawk. That was what, like 10 years ago?
Oh my gosh.
Something like it's been a long time since I've been at a casino. So
Wow.
a real long time. Yeah. So I don't have like really the gambling bug though.
Oh, I do.
So,
Yeah.
We got that.
Okay.
We got that.
Mine's
How many
always.
altcoins are you gonna buy this month, Jeff?
But at least with gambling, I've always been like, this is what I have to lose. And I'm okay with it.
Oh, okay.
I've never been where I'm like, I need to make this back.
I need to make this back. Oh my god. She's gonna kill me.
This was part of my income. I was counting on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna shut off my phone.
Yeah, I've gone way farther than that.
Oh, have you?
Oh yeah, yeah. There's been times where it's like, well, so the card has a limit on how much you can withdraw, and then you can call the bank and do yeah, and they have those machines over there, and then you talk to the person at the desk in Vegas, and they're like, okay, so we're going to process this transaction like this. So they'll just see it as a transaction. We're going to give you cash for it. We're going to do this for 1.4%. It's like, okay, great, yeah, let's take another $2,500. You know, it's
Whoa.
yeah, that's why I play. That's the why I play.
Where you
Yes.
get diamonds and hearts and stuff. Yay.
Well, no, no. And these ones, the reason I play this one is because these were a lot of the slots that were available at the Grand Treasure Casino in, well, outside. It was Trenton, North Dakota.
Where is that? Is it near Williston or?
Closest would be Williston.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I never played it that one.
It was pretty big. It was pretty big. It wasn't like Four Bears big, but
I'm assuming that one's run by the locals.
right. It was ethnic.
Ethnic, right?
It was ethnic.
There's a lot of turquoise in that place.
I just say that their headliner that was performing was frequently Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah. Oh,
Really?
Oh,
Ours was
God,
always
is he still a
country
thing?
singers.
Oh, there was some of that. Yeah, it was a Travis Tritt or whatever. But
Travis. Oh my God, that's a name I haven't heard in ages.
it wasn't like Spring Chicken country singers either. It was.
Four Bears had, I guess, legitimate country singers that I just didn't know about.
They did. There were actually like bigger.
Miranda Lambert. That's the only name that I remember.
Something, yeah. There were actually like headlining groups over there, and it's funny because getting to Four Bears in North Dakota, like, what is like when you go see, okay, when the Super Bowl is in the Meadowlands, right?
Okay.
So it's in Jersey, right? But you usually stay in Manhattan, okay? So you get there for the week, and there's tons of shit to do before the big game.
Oh, right.
Okay, so if you're gonna go see Travis Tritt at the Four Bears,
You're going fishing.
I'm just gonna say, what the fuck else do you do?
Go
around there?
fishing in that giant lake.
hunt. Yeah.
I mean, I know what I was doing. It's like, well, I'm gonna drill for oil.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I'm gonna work. Yeah.
And then if I want to see these things, I'll go spend my oil money. But yeah,
I've never been in an Indian casino. I don't think. I think there's
Blackhawk
there's
is.
a couple.
Blackhawk?
Yeah.
Blackhawk is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was owned by the
think-
Vegas guys, MGM and and those guys.
Ameristar.
Maristar and Ferris, right? Yeah. I have been to a riverboat casino.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Fucking it. Oh, where?
It was in Council Bluffs, Iowa. It was the dumbest looking riverboat. It was basically a block. All right, it was just on the river. Yeah, it wasn't like this, like Mark Twain steamship kind of
That's
thing.
yeah.
I mean,
that's kind of what
it then at one point in
okay.
time, but it was basically if you just took like a school gymnasium and floated it. It was awful, man. So,
No, you're talking about one of the things I actually do want to try someday. Is
Riverboat.
yeah, I'm sure they have like nice ones.
There are
gorgeous.
there's a beautiful one in like St. Louis that I mean,
That's where I was thinking.
yeah, it's humongous.
New Orleans, I'm sure.
I'm sure. Yeah, actually, probably everywhere except for Council Bluffs has.
Well, my question is, was it good for Council Bluffs?
I guess, but
Question of scale,
yeah, it is kind of a question of scale. But like Council Bluffs, the only times I had to go over there was like a couple times where I was doing trainings and stuff. And because like every time else I was in Omaha, you stay in Omaha. There's like this part of downtown that's the old market square or something like that. It's really nice.
Sure.
So got great food, lots of beer. They had this German place that actually does schnitzel right, so run by Germans. Yeah. So with the Oompa band and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah. But and you're like, oh, let's go over to Council Bluffs. Most people who are like locals are like, you don't want to go over there. It's like East St. Louis, man. So you only go over there if you have to, or you live there, or you want to go gamble.
Don't know better.
Yeah.
It's true. The German place right over here, the Schnitzel Fritz. She's definitely German.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's Dreigleisen. Not this.
That's it. This. Yeah.
That's when the Nazis shoot you.
Well, yeah, and that's when they're onto you.
Yeah.
And then you got a problem. So that's why you don't fight in a fucking basement. So
this is just the cutest thing right here.
Yeah, that we are. I don't think we've mentioned that, but we are always joined by Jeff's dog.
That's her name is Concession. She's she doesn't have much of a social media profile. You won't dox my fucking dog. Somebody opens a mortgage in her name, and I'm like, all right. These aren't my bills; they're hers. So
God, that's so weird. That actually happened to me.
She said that, yeah.
It was a long time ago, kind of think of it. It was like stupid. I mean, like, you try to open a mortgage on somebody else's name, they're going to find out about it. And they're going to know where to find you. You know? I didn't get it, man. Yeah.
I don't know. There's commercials all the time about people stealing your mortgage.
Stealing your house.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. There's a guy on the radio that I listen to when I'm driving down to work. And he's this guy in Denver that used to be one of the news anchors up there, but he does like this consumer advocate stuff where, like, tell me about the mechanic shop that screwed you. We'll basically smear him on the radio, and stuff like that. And those commercials are always on his show too. And he says they're all bullshit. So,
really?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. So he says, like, don't ever pay for that mortgage insurance. It's a complete scam. Nobody's going to be able to steal your fucking house. Okay. So, it's like, not unless they burn down the courthouse, that contains all the records, or then now burn down the internet or whatever. And so, there's people that buy that insurance, it's like fraud protection on your mortgage. So, and apparently it's bullshit. It like never
heard
happens.
about it. I was always tempted to just look it up and just see like how many cases have actually happened. Because like they have the guy that's been like, he's like, oh yeah, I did like 5 houses last week.
What?
That's the commercial. Well, he's the guy that like done it, and he's just like, yeah, it's so easy to do this, and then it's like 6 months before you even know, and by that time I already have done all this and this, and I'm like, huh?
Like what?
How easy?
How would you get money out of it without selling it?
He basically you steal the mortgage and then you take out a second loan on it.
Oh, and then
like a
you
HELOC or something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so then you get the money from that, and then you get notices saying, "Hey, you owe all this, and this."
Yeah, but it's got to be incumbent upon the bank to actually establish ownership of the asset, right?
But don't they need a copy? Well, because if they're going to put a mortgage on it, they have to have the deed because they hold that at that.
They hold the deed. Yeah.
Okay, so here's
maybe not on a HELOC. Yeah.
Maybe. But then you'd have to establish ownership to get a HELOC. I can't.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I can't take out a HELOC on that dude's house.
That'd be cool if you did.
Those guys?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the $300,000. Yeah. We're going to the craps tables, guys.
Yeah, Jeff's never liked his neighbors, by the way.
Yeah. Yes, which ones? Not that one. Not that one. The guys across the street are cool.
Are they?
I've never seen them.
Oh yeah, their house faces the wrong way.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And that dude over there, Mr. Weekend Warrior, he's salt of the earth. But well, so when you're talking about this, like taking your house shit, right? Mm-hmm. My litmus test on this kind of stuff is usually like knowing at least one person who knows somebody that this has happened to, right? Most scams eventually you're like, oh, that happened to a cousin of mine,
Right.
Or,
Yeah.
you know, there's somebody you could say like that dude got jacked, but the mortgage thing, I've never heard of it. Nobody said anything. Nobody said my stupid wife did this.
No.
No, I'm just talking about rigged guys because they would be the ones that would be
Yeah.
like saying this. My dumbass wife signed up for this, and
Yeah, I can't think of. I don't even know anybody who's fallen for like the Nigerian prince scam or anything like that.
But everyone's gotten, or at least
Well,
seen.
it's
we got in the email.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I mean, you could pull up your spam folder right now and it's still in there,
Right.
you know? So, like, I was looking at mine for some ungodly reason. I can't even remember what it was.
Your
So,
spam
my
folder?
spam folder. I had,
You were looking at.
oh, I had to go
the
fish that
thing.
thing out. Yeah, for Jeff. But that's what it was. And then there's like 8 messages in one day from Amazon, quotes Amazon,
Yeah.
saying your package has been delayed, you know, or
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that. And it's like, you guys aren't Amazon. They let me know through the app.
Yeah, apparently my Pay-Pal account has been suspended
Right.
about 17 times in the
Yeah.
past month. And if I would just go onto that website and verify my information,
Oh,
I
yeah.
could have my PayPal account back.
Yeah. Be sure to upload your driver's license. So, yeah. No, I mean, I caught my mom getting wrapped into one. Couple of weeks
yeah,
ago.
that's
Yeah.
right.
I mean, it was like one of these things where, so it was this really official looking shit from Social Security Administration. Okay. And they said, we need to verify your information and stuff. And mom's like, just didn't even think about it, filled it out. And it was sitting on our table when I go up there to drop my daughter off the other day. And I'm like, what is this? So like, oh, it's just Social Security Administration. They're looking for me. I was like, they send you money every month. They know who you are. And she's like, that seemed kind of weird. And I was like, yeah, let me see that. And of course, like, you look at it, it looks pretty official. All right. It's even got the logo, SSA, and all that stuff on it. But then I look at the envelope, it's addressed to resident. And so it's one of those auto mailers. Yeah. I was like, oh, you got to be kidding me, man. So, but it's been pretty good ever since my dad passed. So I was a little worried about her for a while, but then she got, a little bit savvy about like not answering the phone,
Yeah.
and things like that. It's like, don't answer it if you don't recognize the number. So, yeah, because she would get the one. It's like the IRS is looking for you.
That's what my mom got. And she's like, they can come down here. I'm ready for them. Come on. Yeah.
This is the one person who actually has all the documentation.
Right.
She's like, they can come right to my door. I'm like, Mom, it's a scam. Are you sure? 'Cause they can come here. I'm ready. I'm like, that's good, but I know this is what you've been waiting for your whole life.
Right.
Yeah.
And she's been like doing midnight drills, like going down the fucking fireman's pole and all this other stuff in case the IRS.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just to validate that. I mean, I'm sure in her mind she's like, they're gonna owe me money.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I've
Gonna
been
make 'em
generous.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
I
make-
send an extra $200 every year just in case. She's just straight up like bribing him like a two station. Oh, what was the China stuff, the cliffhanger that you were going to?
Oh, yeah.
They have to
Did
deliver.
you watch those guys today? ADV?
I did not.
Yeah. Okay.
I got up a little bit late.
Yeah, me too. So, yeah. So, but well, they're on at like 3, I think, or something. Okay, I'm not judging.
I
Yeah.
got up at 4 to feed the dog.
Okay.
Then she looked at me, I looked at her, and she said, let's go back to bed. So we did. Okay. I wanted to get up a little bit earlier and go lift weights. I will do that when we're done.
Oh, okay.
But sometimes when the furry space heater
Right.
just snuggles up with you, you lose track of like things that you're supposed to do. Because,
Start missing time.
yeah, I don't know what that is, man. Just like asleep. Cats are probably the same way,
My cats don't sleep on me. So actually, I had one on me for a little bit today, and that's really rare. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Was it the big fat one or?
no, that one, she gets squeaky and whiny if you pick her up and try and hold her in one spot, and then she gets bitey.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it was a stripy one. So, when we first had her when she was a kitten, so she would crawl up on my lap, and then something happened where she's just like, no, fucking people, or something. I was kind of surprised that she did that today.
I'm gonna hang out with my friends.
Yeah,
I don't wanna hang out with you.
kick over a trash can. No, the ADV China guys today. We're talking about all the power outages that are apparently going. I didn't even know that was the thing. Oh my god, like a third of the country is blackout right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and we're doing that in order to actually
We're testing the system.
No. We're doing that so we can make contributions to global warming, and it's
they
complete
care.
bullshit.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
So, I know. So they bring on coal plants online like crazy. The thing is they pissed off enough of their trading partners like Australia, who sends them coal. Because apparently there isn't much coal in China.
Really?
Yeah, I was kind of
Big
surprised.
country.
Yeah. So, but oh well.
Well, they can have some of ours because we're
don't need
actually shutting down coal plants. They're saying they're committed to shutting this down.
Oh, yeah?
If your version of shutting this down means turning off a third of the power,
I don't think this was. I think that's the cover. Yeah.
I'm fairly certain it is. Yes.
No. Yeah. No. They're shutting down the one downtown soon. They're shutting the big one down in Pueblo down. So, yeah.
Let's just go with natural gas, right?
And then, the other one south of town by the racetrack, that one's, I think they're going to convert it to natural gas someday. So, yeah, we won't have any coal plants around here anymore.
Natural gas is so inexpensive.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we just burned it.
Yeah. Is it still that cheap? Because oil prices have been going up, haven't they?
They have. I just know that if it was that valuable, we wouldn't just, set a lighter to it and say, like, this is interfering with our operation.
Okay, right. Yeah, sure.
We would put, like, a tube on it and say, why don't we keep this?
I still don't quite understand that one.
Well,
But-
if they're giving it away for free, yes.
It's probably too dangerous to store, too expensive. So, I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm guessing if they could make a profit, they would be.
They would be. Well, yeah, it's Halliburton and
All of them.
Exxon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Speaking of Exxon, all right. So this is the China thing.
Oh,
all right. I read.
Okay, yeah.
So I read this great book by a guy named Josh Rogan, who the book is called Chaos Under Heaven. And
I know why it's called that.
why that?
Well, there's a certain mandate that the Asian, the Chinese world is specifically designed to follow.
Right.
Heaven will tell you when there needs to be a regime change.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
The floods and natural disasters.
Right,
And responding
mandate,
poorly to... Like, if God is pissed, he's going to fucking earthquake the shit out of your cities.
Or flood it with frogs or something. Yeah. Like, this is not normal. So the book is basically about how Xi Jinping basically played Donald Trump like a fool.
Really?
Yeah, it's like as soon as the Chinese Communist Party was basically gearing up for Hillary Clinton presidency, like everybody kind of was on the international stage.
Mm-hmm.
But then when Donald Trump won the election, they saw this as an opportunity, and so the Chinese were one of the first people to call him. So they were, one of the first people to meet him and down at Mar-a-Lago. So and everything, and so Xi Jinping just saw him as a complete sucker as soon as he could. As soon as he met him. And so it's basically like, because what he realized was that, like, unlike Hillary Clinton, who had, like, this entire kind of like diplomatic tradition behind her, the great consensus thing.
Sure.
Trump was going to throw that in the air. And so, it was like, okay, so we have an opportunity here to do something a little bit different. And
Okay.
And so Trump didn't have a really good idea of like what he was going to do with China, because on the campaign trail it's like, oh, they steal all our jobs and shit and stuff.
Yeah.
But then they were really nice to him. So
That's all it takes, really?
that was kind of all it really took. And so Xi Jinping saw that Trump had surrounded himself with a bunch of people who didn't agree on how to handle China. And so he had there's three different groups in there. There's Rex Tillerson from Exxon, right? Who was the secretary.
yeah,
Remember that
yeah,
guy? Yeah.
yeah.
So, and Jim Mattis, so the Marine guy,
Okay.
who were kind of like the adults who wanted to do the Hillary Clinton thing. All right. But then there's these other guys in the administration, largely the Secretary of the Treasury, that dude with the hot wife, who I can't remember his name. She was the one holding up the money. You remember that?
Oh, this takes me back. I don't remember his name.
Yeah.
I remember that incident.
Yeah, but that guy. All right. And then Donald Trump's kids. All right. So
Right.
most specifically Ivanka and Jared Kushner. Okay. Who wanted to launch a line of a fashion line in China. Okay. And so miraculously that approval was
Well, that material
instantaneous. Yes, almost instantaneous. And so this camp was kind of fighting with the adults in the room, but then the other camp out there was Steve Bannon, who was the guy who wrote all this shit, you know, during the campaign. He was like, yeah, we need to do something about China. It's a fucking problem and stuff. And so, and Xi Jinping just slowly worked those guys away from him. Okay, got kind of in between Donald Trump and the hardliner China guys. And then on the flip side of it, started buttering up everybody else on the other side of this. Went completely around the Secretary of State and the Secretary of Defense by basically just getting Donald Trump's fucking phone number.
That would piss me off so much.
Yeah. So he's like, oh, I'll just talk to you myself. And, Donald, yeah, sure, just call me whenever you want, kind of thing. And so he'd be like, you do this thing. It's like, hey, do me a favor. And he'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. So what can I do for you?
Why don't you go empty the trash?
Yeah, why don't you go empty the trash? Yeah, okay, no problem. So, but it's this, and then the whole thing comes apart in the end. All right. So, because at the very end, when coronavirus comes out, what does Donald Trump do at that point in time?
Well, he essentially declared war. It's just like,
Well, not at first. At first, he calls Xi Jinping and says, "Hey, is this thing a big deal?" And he's like, "No, don't worry about it. It'll be gone. When it gets warmer, and herbal tea really helps."
yeah,
This is a true fucking story.
No, hold on. Yeah, that's a real thing. But at the same time, the fucking advisors in the World Health Organization and the CDC were propagating that bullshit myth too.
Oh, absolutely. There's one guy in there that's particularly guilty of that shit because he was the American
The
Balzac guy. Yeah. So that's another story. But so
Balzac, I think his name is.
yeah, and so so Trump's initial reaction is like, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's cool." And this is in January, okay, when he first gets told about it. All right. Before March when it hit and everybody was like, "Oh my God, I got to switch to the shitty toilet paper now," right?
Yeah, but he's the one that shut down the flights. He's the one. Yeah.
But that's what happened. Okay,
Yeah.
he realized after a couple of weeks that Xi Jinping had been lying to him for 4 years. He got pissed.
I see. So okay. So theoretically, if the election had gone a slightly different way, that could have been a very ugly situation.
Could have been, yeah.
Well, I don't want to say ugly. Now that I know a little bit more about China and basically the bag of empty threats that they essentially have,
Right.
I think there may have been a little bit of bullying had that gone through, because I will say that, like them or not, the Biden administration is a little bit China friendly for my taste.
Yeah, it seems to be. He hasn't really said anything,
He doesn't say anything.
No, he doesn't really say much. He's trying to do this whole reconciliation thing right now and stuff.
It's not working.
No, it's not working. That's because fucking Congress is finally not paying attention.
They're not.
Well, there's parts of Congress that are actually doing what Congress is supposed to do, which is fight.
That's the design.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you cannot be president and let the entirety of your presidential, footprint be to put the bitchy head out there and just say, go out there and say snarky things.
Bitchy redhead? Who's that?
Saki.
The
Oh,
press secretary.
Saki.
You can't just go out there and say,
I don't think I've ever seen her.
Really?
Well, I've never watched one of her things. So.
and the whole thing is go out there and say snarky, bitchy comments. Okay.
Well, is it any different than Huckabee Sanders? I mean, you remember her, right?
I do, and I remember the other one afterwards that was kind of like, yeah, that's fine, but look how pretty my nails are.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's her. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah, I saw that she got booted off the Air Force Academy. Donald Trump actually put her on the oversight board of the Air Force Academy at the end, and they were like, "You don't get out." So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So that there's a little bit more to being a president about that. His vice president is so far in hiding, it seems
gone.
like he's guilty of something.
I don't know what
It's
she
like-
does. So
She was gonna be on what's the one with the girls show?
The View.
The View,
Yeah.
when half of them had to leave because they had COVID. And that was the day that she was actually going to be on air, and they're like, wait, hold up. Well, these two have to leave because they have
wait a minute.
COVID.
This was Harris, where that was supposed to be on.
Yeah, she was actually going to be on
okay.
a live show, and then it was the day that half the show had to leave because they had COVID, and they're like, here, just be on a camera on the show.
Oh, so it's basically just an interview then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever watched that show.
Man,
I don't think I've ever watched it.
I have suffered through a few
Have you?
episodes. Yeah, and like I haven't made it through a full episode, but I've watched a few, enough to determine like, all right, Joy Behar's not funny. She's never said anything funny. She's never done anything funny, but she's a comedian. Air quotes,
Air
by
quotes,
the way.
yeah.
But she's a comedian, and those women just will not shut the fuck up and let somebody speak.
It's got
Right?
Whoopi Goldberg on it too, right?
It sure does.
Okay.
Yeah, and the whole thing is like, look, I would listen to each one of you in turn, but imagine just an hour's worth of women interrupting each other.
Isn't it on at the same time as The Price is Right?
If I recall, yeah.
That would be why I'd never seen it yet.
Totally well, for God's sake,
The
man.
Price is Right.
Drew Carey.
Is he
Yeah.
still?
Oh, he's great.
Is he?
Yeah. He's putting some weight back on. Though.
Yeah, he is. He got really skinny.
He did.
Like not like John Goodman skinny, but
No, you wouldn't sit there and
Yeah.
say like, oh shit, Drew Carey's got cancer, right? You would be like,
Right,
No, he
yeah.
actually just looked healthy.
yeah.
Getting skinny made him look like 20 years younger.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, some guys it makes you look a lot older. So
Yeah.
And so John Goodman.
Your head just doesn't fit right. anymore.
There's something about you, yeah. Or are you just like, oh, who was on the other? I was Al Sharpton's show was on the
Oh,
other
Oh,
day.
he was
my
weird looking.
God, that dude looks like
A
he.
walking skeleton.
I don't know. Does he have cancer?
No, I think he's just eating right.
Just well, stop that.
A little more, man.
I know that I like fat Al Sharpton.
Well, not like fat tracksuit Al Sharpton.
And that's see, classic Sharpton is like it's sort of like when you're deciding like which Elvis is your Elvis. Okay, tracksuit Al Sharpton is my Al Sharpton.
Really?
Yeah. Now that being said, I'm never gonna get like if anybody's just gonna like, yes, I believe in eating right and exercise. So if Al Sharpton's
Yeah,
just
okay.
gone, if he's just walking the path, good on him, man. That's cool.
I was the cancer or borderline hunger strike or something because I hadn't seen that dude in a while. His eyeballs are sinking. You know?
Yeah. And that could just come with. Oh, didn't one of those Gumble brothers lose a whole ton of
yeah.
weight?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember one of them was like,
Or or is it the Al Roker?
oh,
Roker lost a lot of
yeah.
weight, too,
But I
yeah.
think one of the Gumbles,
Did he too?
yeah, did too.
Yeah.
Because the only thing I remember was one of them was like pudgier than the other.
Greg.
And
Yeah.
And then like, these are not the same brothers that I saw.
I remember they used to have that show Gumble and Gumble, right? Yeah. That was like
That was on
that
after like Meet the Press.
I know that was too much.
That
was just too much.
I think that was like Sunday morning NBC.
something like that.
Fucking, what are you doing awake at this hour on a weekend?
Right.
Well, speaking of track shoots, are you going to watch the Sopranos thing? Have you seen the commercial for it?
What, the Saints of Newark?
Saints of Newark?
Yeah.
No, I didn't like the show.
You've already seen it?
No, I didn't like The Sopranos.
Oh.
What?
Oh, really?
Are
Oh.
you serious?
Yeah.
Even after you binged it out that one year?
Oh,
You
yeah.
got me to watch him again.
I thought you did, but like,
You don't like it?
no.
What did you not like?
I hate every one of the characters,
Oh,
Even Tony?
especially Tony.
well, okay, I agree with you on that one. I think Tony's a dirtbag.
Well, it's not that he's a dirtbag. It's that the writing is every season he and Melfi come to the same conclusions and they work it out, only to reset it, and he's having the same problems again by the beginning of the next season. So he just keeps going through this same cycle of, oh, we fixed your problem. Oh, you're doing it again. Oh, we fixed your problem. Oh, you're doing it again. Right? And it's just, even the characters that I like started going into like completely unredemptive arcs. And I was like, I hate you. You have no redeeming qualities. Like the only character I felt any sympathy for at one point was Junior, because even though he did something shitty, he had dementia.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, well, that I can't hold that against you, right? I imagine that you guys would work things out, things passed on, but just like a lot of the characters, like Chris, I couldn't stand him. I couldn't stand.
Oh yeah, Christopher. Yeah, I mean, when Tony strangled him, I was pretty happy.
About it. It didn't break my heart when Christopher's annoying girlfriend got whacked.
That one was kind of rough, man.
The way it happened was kind of rough,
Yeah.
but that like. As much as I like Polly Walnuts, I mean,
He's a cartoon character.
they're just like, all right, take this, and just turn it up to 11
Right,
at all times. And like, all right, the shtick is getting old.
It was really good when he went to Italy, though, and the Italians were like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Oh my God.
yeah.
But yeah, that was my trouble with it. It was just like they just kept resetting. Like the whole point was working through his mental problems, and he just like, okay, cool, we got there. And I was like, well, let's do another season. And instead of developing, they're like, no, let's reset it.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like, this sucks.
All right. I didn't think it was that bad. So, I mean, I accept your points, though. I think that, yeah. Now that I think back on it, you're right. It was kind of etch-a-sketched every single... Like, Breaking Bad was totally different, because when it came around in the fall, it's like, oh, shit, this is all the stuff that happened last year, and they just pick it right back up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Weren't those the same guys writing it, though?
No.
One of them.
Maybe there was
Yeah.
maybe there was like a team. I don't know.
What did they write before that?
Before The Sopranos?
No, before
Breaking
Breaking Bad. They worked on something else. Weren't they X-Files guys? I can't remember.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I think one of them was.
wait. I think there is a small connection there. Like he didn't have that job
Right.
on the X-Files, but he came from that show or something like
Yeah,
that.
I
That sounds
think so, yeah.
familiar.
Yeah.
Like I know that there's some connection between like The Sopranos and Mad Men, if I recall.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
But I can't remember the whole
Oh
thing.
gosh, that's one I haven't seen in a long time.
And I don't remember if there's any crossover between that and like Oz or
Well, The Sopranos and Oz, yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of the people who were writing. In fact, some of the actors were the same. So, 'cause Tony's wife was in. Oz.
Edie Falco. Yeah.
Edie Falco. And then there was another one in there. That's also where that dude came from. The guy on SVU who just came back.
Christopher Malone.
Christopher Malone. That's where he came from. He came from Oz. So,
Oh yeah. Well, that was weird seeing him in Man of Steel.
Oh yeah,
It was a good role.
No, I was
But
like,
I don't watch SVU, so
I was like, I know you as a detective
Yeah.
and nothing else. So now that you have a new job, I know who you are.
Yeah, you're not in the army.
I know. Who you are. Yeah.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that he's kind of permanently marked with that one show. So I'm sure there's a few other like folks out there that every now and then you see him like Sam Watterson was the same way. Whenever I thought, oh really?
Yep.
To Law and Order?
Yep.
Law and Order still running?
No, the original one shut down. They canceled it, but I guess they're bringing it back.
Oh. Yeah, because we don't let things die.
there's still money to be made.
Yeah. So no, I don't remember. Who was the guy before him.
Sam Larson?
Yeah.
Michael.
Yeah, Michael Moriarty.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. I always liked him.
He's fine.
So
He's fine.
I think he's dead.
I know.
I think so.
Yeah.
I saw him in a really shitty like 1980s like horror movie. One of the bad ones. I think it was called Gargoyles. Oh my god.
Gargoyles, I know Gargoyles. I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
did.
know the cartoon.
It's way better.
Yeah.
Way better?
Yeah.
Way better than
the
the
cartoon.
movie.
No,
No,
the cartoon.
the
cartoon's way
cartoon.
better.
The movie is terrible. So, but that's I don't know. I remember like when we were first married. That was the show that we always watched every single week. Was
Oh, really?
Law and Order.
Law and Order?
Law and Order. Yeah, with the doink doink. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then after a while, I started changing. Got cable. Never watched network TV again.
For an actual show, yeah, it's been a long time. I watched Big Bang Theory.
When, like weekly when it came out? Yeah, okay.
But other than that, yeah. Other than sports, I don't know why network TV is.
Yeah.
That's a great question. Evidently,
great question, yeah.
you watch sports and Dancing with the Stars, and that's it.
Yeah. Or The Voice or whatever.
Whatever singing competition.
Whatever, yeah,
Singing,
variety
dancing.
show.
Yeah, now they're doing it with avatars.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What?
Well, they
Oh,
had
you
this
haven't
one
seen
where
it?
everybody was like dressed up in a costume, and you had to kind of guess who was in the costume.
Oh,
kind of
the
thing.
Masked Singer?
The Masked Singer. Now they're doing it with a digitized avatar over somebody.
Like,
Like real people that don't look good.
Yeah, and so they're gonna put like fucking anime,
they're making VTubers?
VTubers. Yes, exactly. But they're gonna do it on.
You're fascinated
Network
right now,
television,
aren't
yeah.
you?
No, I'm going to say that market already exists, and those people actually do that well.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's gonna. Network TV is trying to prevent its own demise here. So, although my understanding is that football ratings are back up. So from where they were last year. So
Are they?
I did see something on that the other day. So, yeah, and I did not pick Denver. So
Ooh,
this week.
you
Well,
pick
you
the-
told me they were fraudulent. They're playing the Ravens.
they are, but I'm
Yeah.
still going to pick the Broncos.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a homer pick. That's fine.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's usually 12 losses a year.
Now, hold on. What we have to preface here is the man that just said that is here, right?
I know.
In full regalia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you wearing Broncos pants?
No.
Oh, okay.
I do have
They're blue.
Bronco pajama
They're blue.
pants.
You
but
got Bronco PJ pants?
Yeah.
Is your undershirt
Yeah.
a Broncos shirt?
I don't think
let's
so
see.
today. No, it's Captain America.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right,
okay.
all right.
So what you need to know is he's wearing a very stylish hoodie. I love this hoodie. It's pristine with the new logo in colors. He is wearing the throwback hat with the classic logo, which I actually prefer.
The donkey one? Yeah.
Now that I did appreciate the new one for a while, but the throwback one is kind of. So when that man says they're good for 12 losses a year,
This year, I still have hope. It's 3-0. I mean, I gotta believe for a little while.
Yeah.
well, the AFC West is tougher than I thought it was.
Oh,
Except
And
the Chiefs are 1-2.
Chiefs are
Yeah.
worse than.
yeah.
You know what? I had my doubts about them last year. Like,
Well, I still got the
What's the
Super
Chiefs?
Bowl.
did they win it?
No.
It's still pretty damn good.
No, it's still pretty damn good. But it was just the like those playoff games where it was like, look, you guys made some incredible comebacks, but there are just like two tosses of the coin where you lose.
Well,
Right.
and he like broke his toe or whatever.
Yeah, he had some kind of injury, but that dude needs to go.
Wait, who is this?
Mahomes.
Oh, Mahomes. Yeah. What is he? Is he over the hill? Is he broken?
No, he's just
think
he's
so.
just such a talent that
Oh, he needs the better team, is what you're saying.
No, he needs to go.
He needs to
Because
go.
otherwise, he's going to be the next Brady.
He needs to go play golf. He needs to go like
You know how I kept saying Brady needs to die?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's saying that about Mahomes.
Oh, okay. So because he's dangerous.
Because he's going to pass Brady.
his athletic skills and accuracy are unfair. Like you would no, this
I don't think I've seen him play yet this year.
Oh, he like throws balls that are
halfway
just
across his
Yeah.
body.
Oh,
with-
really?
with no look passes. Like
Like he's playing basketball. Yeah, it's disgusting. And like so, the problem that you would have
Terrible.
is
not fair.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is if I said like, hey, go ahead and make a custom roster for my Madden team. Okay, I would throw out Mahomes because I'm like, dude, you can't put 99 in everything. This isn't realistic.
It's not fair.
He would be soft banned in tournaments. He's like he's like Sagat in Street Fighter 2. He would be soft. Gentlemen do not play Sagat. So that would
He
be.
was that bad? Oh,
Okay, well, it depends on which version. Okay, depends on which version. So in Champion Edition, they didn't ban Bison. They should have.
Oh,
Because that dude's re-dizzy combos are so stupid that if he hits you once, you die. Okay? Now, we all sucked, so we couldn't do it. But after I saw what the guy was capable of, I was like, why does Bison suck in all these later games? And that's why. Because it
they
was...
nerfed him.
Oh, yes. And then, by the time they got to, like, Super Turbo, right, they were just like, gentlemen, do not play Sagat. So you could play him, but you would be wearing the stigma of being that guy.
Yeah.
Gosh.
it's not against the rules.
Yes, but honor and shame are a
Honor
big
and
thing
shame
in the
are a
East
thing.
Asian world.
Competitive Street Fighter, yeah.
Well, not to mention, this is again one of those stupid gambling things, right? Like, so back then, again, like they can't give out like cash prizes for winning these tournaments, right? So you play all this stuff and like, so here's your shampoo set.
Oh,
It wasn't a car or anything?
Weird. Just again with the weird, stupid
Oh my
weird,
gosh.
yeah.
gaming and gambling laws. I'm like, so eventually that's why Japanese people started coming here. Is they're like,
Oh, right, yeah, okay.
so what's the prize on this? Well, we had 200 entrants. There was a fee of $20. So first place gets 1,000. Second place gets 250. The third place gets 100. Like you get money. It was like I can do this for my job. Like I've been doing this and
Getting
working
showered.
well,
Yeah.
and doing my 65 hours
No.
at the tomato gas station.
Tomato gas.
I don't know.
There might be a thing in Japan. You
Yeah,
don't know.
it's just
So, yeah. No, I don't
so.
know.
Yeah, he would be. Okay, hold on.
So,
Let me say this: from your old Madden days, okay, when you were in your prime, what teams did people pick because they were broken?
Mike Vick.
oh yeah.
Why is that?
Because he could run faster than the entire defense.
Yeah.
And
And then also throw it
And throw.
the entire
yeah,
length
and he
of the
played
field.
quarterback, so it was really unfair. I had that version of Madden. It's like Madden 05 or 07,
Whatever
something like
one.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he was on the fucking cover. Yeah, he was broke.
and well, because the other thing was they did not dial in his inaccuracy fairly.
No.
And the injuries.
Oh,
yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
glass. So if you ran him the whole game, he'd be fine.
But let me ask you: did a lot of people online play the Falcons because they were such a good team?
A lot
broken.
did because you could just jump on and play,
Yeah.
and you could always run, like. But I don't know any tournament stuff. I didn't pay attention to that. I don't know if they just banned him or not.
I don't think they did. Look, in tournaments, that's when people were switching out their quarterbacks for wide receivers and shit.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because you'd run funky goofball offenses that
Mm-hmm.
were broken.
Not legal.
Yeah. When you're playing football that's not football, it's like, this is annoying.
Like, that's middle school football. That's like,
Yeah.
we're going to throw 3 passes this year.
Right, yeah. So just give the ball to the big kid. Yeah.
Either the big kid or the small, fast kid.
Or the small, fast kid that nobody can catch. Just grease him up like a pig.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you open a hole this big for him in the
Yeah.
line, he's going to go 45 yards.
Middle school football. You played football in junior high, didn't you?
High school.
Oh, I thought it was junior high. I don't know. High school is when you broke your leg, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tore my knee.
Tore your knee. Sorry, my bad.
Never had to have a cast.
No. You had that splint for a while. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right.
You've ever broken a bone?
No, not that I know of. So I've got a chip in my knee. So like literally, there's a piece of my kneecap that's floating around. So that happened when I was so drunk I fell in the bathtub. So,
Oh! I don't know if I've fallen in the bathtub.
I did. I wasn't taking a bath either, so I was just trying to navigate my bathroom. Yeah. So, and I got it. My knee. I hit my knee right on the.
Okay, I've definitely fallen in the
tub.
bathroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've fallen in the bathroom. You've fallen on Fifth Avenue. I mean,
I found those pictures last night.
What?
I'm gonna have to bring those someday. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
No, I don't know what. But when I got home last night, Pam and Kat were digging through like this box that I have that's full of old stuff.
Actual photos.
And it had those actual photos in there. And the coolest picture in that entire thing is not zombified Kevin, which I do have. All right. But it's this wide angle one of the entire skyline, and boom, it's pre 9/11, man. It's kind of cool.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
I
yeah.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
It was that long ago.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. And that I found that Picos picture. Why was there a knife sticking out of the couch?
Who threw
I
it?
don't remember.
Was it me?
Yeah, it was you.
Just threw it and
You just hooked a knife in it and let it in the couch. I don't remember that.
Yeah, okay. You weren't privy to the warm-up discussion before you got here between he and I, where it was just talking about things you did as a kid without being able to rationalize it, and just throwing a knife in somebody else's condo into the couch.
I think Mike was like laying over there.
I think he was, yeah.
So I think his pillow was like right over.
I've got the picture. I'll bring it. So, well, apparently we thought it was funny enough to take a picture of it. So,
Because it stuck.
Yeah.
Just hugged it across the room.
Yeah.
Just stuck in the couch.
did make me sad though because there's a picture of us playing samurai swords there,
Oh, wow.
and I don't have that. It got tossed.
Did you get wet or something?
No, it didn't get wet. I'd left it in my garage. All right, because I don't know why, but it was in my garage. And yeah, I get it, but you know, then I had these junk guys come over, and I was like, "Yeah, just take all the shit in the garage." And
Oh,
yeah, my bad.
gotcha.
So, yeah, I looked it up, man, to get a replacement. It's like $400 fucking that game. Yeah. So apparently, one of the little plastic samurai dudes on a map. It was like really popular. So
God, I feel like you could 3D print it yourself for less.
I'm sure you could. So yeah, but
Wow.
yeah, Gonzo. So, oh well.
Did you realize it after they just took it all?
Mhm.
Or okay.
Yep. So after I went in there in the garage, I was like, "Oh shit, the game's oh fuck." So
How many games did you lose?
that one and my copy of 1914 Axis and Allies, which is also fucking impossible to find. I
really?
hated losing that game, man. Yeah,
Oh, man.
that one was fun. So and I hated losing that game. Yeah. So
I think I only played that one like once or twice with you guys.
that one was fun. That's a good one.
Yeah, you go quick.
Yeah. It doesn't take 9 hours to fucking play it. Yeah.
Well, okay, so depending on who you're playing with.
Well, even that one, the rules in the game are kind of set up in a way where it's going to make you kind of go.
Oh, bro, well, the fucking, extended rules and all like the passages and the waterways, the extended rules didn't make sense to anybody, that didn't have a law degree.
Oh, you're talking about that big version that sometimes.
Yeah, where you put them together and the rules change.
Yeah.
And they're like, these are now like trade routes. And if you hold these for, this turn it's
Right.
worth $3.
Yeah.
And, and we discover this 3 turns in.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, oops. Yeah. Give me all my U-boats back.
yeah. It's like, somebody owes me another $45.
Yeah. No, that game.
No, I'm not picking on anybody in particular. It's just like
No.
it was not clear. It was not easy to play. There was no thought of like, how do we streamline this?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, 1914 did that, but even like the original one, I mean, I thought that one was like, I mean, we used to, there was a quick version of that. How did that go?
I
I can't remember.
think you're right. I know what you're talking about.
there
There
was like a
were
short version of
certain
the game.
things like where you like change some of the stuff, like you move some of the units around and adjusted, like
Something like that.
yeah,
You
Wasn't it just you whichever side had to just have the balls to go and like you just gave it a shot. If it worked, it worked. If it didn't,
Well, that's because we played it enough where we eventually figured that out. Like, it's like, oh, okay, so Kevin actually can take England in the first turn. Okay.
And now it's like, I can't believe we have to prepare for this.
Yeah, no.
It's always on the table.
Always at the table, yeah. So, yeah. But that one, shit, I haven't played that one in ages. So
You know what? Actually, the thing that you're talking about, it wasn't just the quick version. I believe they were called the tournament rules. And these,
Right, yes.
yes,
Yeah.
and these had some streamlined things where it's like, this will be decided. I think it had like a turn limit. It was like, so this will be decided by like turn 4.
Yeah.
Count this up, and I think that was the
Yeah.
major adjustment. Was
Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, I remember that. It was in the. So, because Greg had the old version, I had the newer version, and my rule book had that in there.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's right. I mean, there are quite a few board games that have that. Like, shit, I think there's like a Monopoly tournament rules. Like, why you'd hold that in that game and
Right,
be like,
I know.
oh, I won
Yeah.
Monopoly. It's like,
I'm
oh,
good
yeah.
at rolling dice. God, Monopoly is such a bad game.
18 billion versions of it.
Oh, I know. I've
That's why
got 3
you
of them,
buy it.
man.
That's why
So,
you buy it.
yeah.
That's why you have that Super Bowl edition downstairs in the
Yeah.
packaging. That's for you. Sell that for $450.
Yeah.
It's in the package.
What's Super Bowl?
Broncos v. Packers.
Yeah,
No shit.
First one.
The first one, huh?
the first win.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that might actually be worth some money. You never know.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, here. Yeah. It's not going to be worth
eBay,
anything.
Colorado.
I'm really surprised. It's like, get a lot of bids from Florida, man.
Transplants.
This reminds me of I remember that map from a few years ago when Patriot Disgust was at its all-time high, and they were in their last Super Bowl, and they just did a state-by-state poll. Who do you want to win? And everywhere except for this dinky little state in the Northeast was I think it was Falcons. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's one holdout there, and I don't even know how much of a margin they won by. I don't know. But
Boston?
I'm gonna presume so.
Yeah.
But
They no, I'm sure they ruled that state just fine.
well, certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's their jurisdiction. But I did not realize how much the rest of the entire nation.
When you go to half the Super Bowls in a 20-year stretch, yeah, nobody else likes you.
Well, why weren't people anti-49ers? Why weren't people
Because
anti?
everybody was pro Joe Montana, man. So
'Cause it
even the
wasn't-
Steve Young years, man. So,
Well, it wasn't like the social media thing and everything else where it's all Patriot broadcast every time, everything. Plus, the Patriots had shenanigans that looked like things were going on.
Shenanigans were well documented in San Francisco.
But that was like when it was okay to cheat. Like, that was still when if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. Like, and that was like recognized as normal thing. Versus, well, yeah, you're cheating. You're just cheating because you're evil.
evil cheating.
Yeah.
This is a horrible argument.
Yeah.
And the 49ers was also before free agency.
Yes, that's even worse.
No, because that was like you built your team right. Just it. Patriots, it's just like, oh, we're just going to bring in whoever we need to. Oh, we're going to bring in this. We're going to bring in this.
Yeah,
Even though they were scrubs for the most
They
part.
never brought in super studs.
But it looked good.
Yeah, it looked good.
They got
but
Randy Moss for like a 5th round pick.
Yeah.
from the Raiders.
Well, I'm not saying that it was a,
No. If you take advantage of somebody that's stupid, that's not cheating.
Randy Moss quit playing.
That's right.
I've heard
That
differing
dude
reports.
quit playing and then got traded to play with Tom Brady.
He didn't
and
quit. He quit on the plays. No, he didn't say, I'm not playing.
No.
But he would just not like run his routes.
He wouldn't run his routes.
He would just like, he'd be like, oh, is it going? No, okay, I don't care.
Well, hold on.
Why was he like that? What was
Because Kerry Collins was throwing the ball 15 yards over his head.
Oh, okay.
And then as soon as he realized that this team sucks, he's just like,
Oh, is that back in the Al Davis days?
yeah. Yeah. I think Al Davis
coaching?
is still alive. Oh,
Who
coaching?
was coaching?
Ooh, back then? I don't know.
Was that like...
No, it wasn't Art Shell. Don't go Art Shell.
No, I'm not going Art Shell. Was it like Callahan?
Oh, I
Could
don't
be.
know. Yeah.
It was after Gruden.
Yeah, Callahan was after Gruden, after the trade.
Yeah.
I
if I'm going to take a guess, maybe. I don't know.
don't even know any other Raider coaches right now.
Who'd you say, Art Shell?
Yeah, that was way back.
Okay, yeah.
That's way back.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Who's the coach now?
Gruden.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Who was the coach before?
I don't remember. Yeah. So, that team's different, though, than it used to be, man.
Way
Didn't
different.
they moved to Vegas and, they live in the giant Roomba now and, it's just...
I think their divorce from California is a good thing.
Yeah, and I think it's mutual too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah, that's one of those divorces that nobody's upset about.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know though, man. I mean, like, I still can't stand Gruden, man.
He's fine. He's just.
I think he's a terrible
just
human
some
being.
dude.
He's a terrible
I think
human
he's a
being.
terrible human being.
He's not like the dude that raised the price on like that fucking AIDS drug. or anything.
He
That's
might be, yeah, actually, yeah. So it's just like I can't. And it's just Chucky football. Every time I see him, man, it's like shut up. Just
Until he actually does something with them, I'm just like, yeah, they just gave him $100 million.
yeah, that's true. So I don't have $100 million, so I guess I'll shut up.
No, exactly. And am I going to fault somebody for when they're like, oh, they drove the Brinks truck to my house and just dumped it out until I said yes? Like, I'm never going to fault somebody for that.
No, that's not what I'm
And
mad about him. I just don't think he's a good guy. I don't think he's. I think he's fake. So I think there's people that defend him, and I'm like, yeah.
I just don't think he's that good.
Well, clearly.
Overrated players, overrated coaches. I mean, that's
Yeah.
when it comes to like personalities, the guys that I think are like hiding something. I think Pete Carroll
Oh yeah, that dude's shady.
is
So-
like I don't think he's like outwardly racist, but I think he thinks that minorities are just like stupid and need white people's help.
he's the substitute.
Like on the outside, he seems like he'd say all the right things, but he's just kind of like, that's a really good painting for you.
For you, yeah. Good job.
Right.
I'm gonna put this on the fridge. Yeah. I can see like a little bit of that with him, but there's like some other things that I've read about him over the years where he kind of showed up in like circles where it's like, what are you doing here, man? It's like, why are you on the Epstein list, or something.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like
Yeah.
Antifa rallies or something like
Well,
that.
that's probably more likely.
Yeah.
But it's just I've heard I've heard he does get into some shady things from time to time. I don't know if any of that's true. So, and I can't recall any of them specifically. It was just kind of like, that figures.
Yeah, other guys. I think Andy Reid is exactly who he is. I think.
Yeah.
A walrus?
I think that
a man
dude.
walrus, yeah.
I think that dude is as much chicken wings as you think he is.
Probably a little more. Yeah.
Who is it?
Didn't he have a heart attack the other day?
He had dehydration
Oh.
or
How
something.
do you get dehydrated at a football
I
game?
don't know.
So
When you're not playing.
And there's water guys surrounding you.
did
Exactly.
he win the game?
You.
No.
No, they
Oh,
lost.
so they didn't soak him with the Gatorade.
Just absorb it through your skin.
But no, you're right, because that means
More
that
efficient.
he's on the sidelines. The water guy has to keep coming by and saying, "Coach, do you need something?" He keeps saying no.
No, yeah.
Right.
Right, yeah, you gotta turn him down in order to get dehydrated. So, but apparently they like actually took him in an ambulance for
Yeah.
being dehydrated.
Yeah.
It's like Just get him some water.
Who is that dude? Oh, is it Fangio that we're always picking on?
Oh,
for just
Fangio?
being-
Oh my god. So,
For what?
oh, he's
Just being clueless?
yes. So
Okay.
the
Yeah.
man's probably got the IQ of a pet rock. You know.
It's just
So-
very like the problem in this country is they don't run like a house. They just,
Can't spend more than you make.
He did say something like that.
Oh, he says it all the time, man. He says it all the time. He says, well, we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow brings. It's like, okay.
Thanks, coach.
Yeah, thanks. So, which one of these guys are you going to start? Oh, whichever one does better. It's like,
It's on the offense. I don't really care.
yeah, it's on the offense. I don't really care. Yeah. No, and he's just got the greasy Chicago kind of
stupid,
attitude. man.
yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
making a good cheese sandwich for lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
You know, it's
It's not a sandwich, it's a grinder.
yeah, like he'd get into arguments with you about the stupidest shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know, man. We'll see what the Broncos do. So,
I'm
Hoping for
hopeful.
the best, huh?
yeah.
Even if they lose this week, they got the Steelers next week. So
Oh, that's
Steelers.
target practice, man.
Those guys suck.
Oh, Roethlisberger's
He's old.
Man.
he looks old now.
Never
too,
seen a
man.
dude turn so old in such a short period of time, man.
Yeah.
Last year, there was a play where he went to the whole field was wide open, and he went to run, and it just looked like a 90-year-old man just being like,
You can, yeah.
and like
Right
there's
on
a
his knees.
yeah, you can hear it hurt. He's running
The
the
stands?
it's just like the worst running form you've ever seen, and there's like no one there, and then all of a sudden there's like 11 people all hitting him at the same time because it's just going so slow. And it's like, man, that used
He's
to be
always
what
wearing
you
that moon
do.
suit anyway, you know? So
Right,
he's got
right.
like body
He
armor.
knows he's
strapped
gonna get
over
hit
it.
a
I
million
know,
times.
yeah. So,
Yeah, if he just
Yeah.
wore one of those like big old
is Mike
plastic
Tomlin
bubbles.
still there? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's probably a guy who's not going to go anywhere ever.
That's not
He got
Steeler
lucky the
way.
last time I saw him.
Tomlin?
So, yeah, yeah. I haven't seen him this season, so maybe.
I don't think
I
I've
remember
seen him.
last year looking at him, I was like, oh, he decided to start eating.
Last time I saw Tomlin, he still looks like he's got some protein shakes in him.
Yeah. Okay.
He's, I guess, you know, when my scale is Andy Reid, you know, so
That's not fair.
it's fine. Wade Phillips.
Oh, well, yeah, okay. All right.
Maybe
He's like
top end.
Uncle Fat, you know? So,
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
John Goodman before.
Yeah, John Goodman seems to come up a lot in our conversations. So
I don't know why. It's not
I don't
like
know
this
why either.
is
Yeah.
like I don't have any John Goodman or Roseanne posters or
No.
bullshit in my house. You know, it's
Yeah.
just he seems to be the bar for a lot of things. It's just like
right.
Wade Phillips seemed like a dude whose doctor has told him to change his diet so many times. He's just like, I won't.
Not
I'm
yeah,
gonna
won't.
do it.
I won't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. And Andy Reid's got to be bigger than Wade Phillips, though. Well, probably not now.
Yeah,
Wade
he
Phillips
lost
not
some
even
weight.
back in the
Yeah,
league, is he?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So he probably put on a lot more weight. He's a retirement fat
We
now.
don't even have to stand out there for an hour.
Right, yeah, because standing it counts as exercise.
How do you even like call plays when it's just
Yeah.
why do these guys deserve our ire like this? I mean,
I
like
don't think they do, man.
like
so, I mean, there's not really very many villains in the NFL. So,
depends on who you ask.
a lot of
But
people
not as
say
much
that,
once he went to
you know,
the
but,
Bucs, but-
yeah, I think that's just a popular kid answer, you know, kind of thing. I mean, like true villains, like have been tossed from the league for a long time.
Oh, like you're in Dominican Sues and
Sure.
He's on with Brady.
you're who was the guy that spit on JJ Stokes' face?
Romanowski.
He was a
Oh
villain.
yeah, that guy was a villain. Yeah. So man, people around here loved his ass though. So
As far as I'm concerned, Ronnie Lott was a villain.
Ronnie Lott, yeah, okay.
Because he cut his finger off.
That's demented. No, this is what I'm saying. This is the NFL failed us. Ronnie Lott failed us because when you come in there, okay, and you say like, all right, you're gonna go out there and you're gonna play football. Your finger's been munched off. We can save it. And the guy says, no, cut it off so I can still play. You are not rational.
Yeah.
You do not belong in a sport where you could potentially hurt somebody.
Right.
Yeah, I guess you don't really care about yourself.
Yeah.
That is not rational. He should have been institutionalized on the spot. And they should have disbanded the 49ers that moment.
Instead,
Abandoned the whole
he's
team.
a
'cause of
hero.
one Psycho.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's worshipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand why, because there are people like, yeah, that level of insanity is something to look up to. Fuck that. No.
Well, wasn't Romo kind of the same way? Wasn't he? When he kind of like pegged? You know, I can't
Tony?
remember.
Tony Romo?
No, Romanowski.
Oh.
Yeah, no, not Tony Romo.
I was like, that guy.
harmless.
Yeah.
Romanowski just like his thing was, I feel like on more than one occasion when the cameras weren't on him, I feel like he knuckled somebody's ribs.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He was dirty.
Yeah, he was kind of guy who'd bite your fingers and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
That
He even said he would like gouge people's eyes.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, he admitted to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that the altercation with JJ Stokes started with words that aren't meant for people of his shade.
Oh yeah.
This word doesn't belong to you. Yeah. You're gonna call him kid. You know.
His favorite sports hockey?
Yeah, that's favorite sports hockey. Yeah. Yeah. So, the three-step racism test straight again. Yeah. So Romo's probably gonna ace it.
I was like, I don't need a test for this. I'll just tell you. Just ask.
Right.
It's on my CV.
Let's get to the, yeah, it's on my CV.
You want one of my business cards? It's on there
Yeah.
too.
Want to see my tattoos? It's like, ooh, yeah, that one. I have to wear long sleeves when I go to church.
Yeah. I think when all's said and done, yeah, I think Brian Bosworth probably had racist tendencies.
Oh, I don't remember him.
Steroid.
Yeah, the name sounds familiar. I can't picture the face.
I'm
He
just
didn't
guessing.
play very long. He only played for like 2 years, and he was all roided. He was actually in the Adam Sandler Longest Yard movie. I don't know if you ever watched
The
it.
longest. Yeah, okay. I think.
He was
yeah,
That's one with Chris Rock, right?
that's
Yeah.
the one with Chris Rock. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know.
But yeah, I watched Ted Lasso, and like they were bringing up one of the conversations with one of the players, and he's like, "Oh, what's bothering you?" And the coach was just bringing up all these random things. He's like, "Oh, your dad's just a little bit of racist," and he's like, "My dad's fucking 60 and lives out there. Of course he's racist." I'm like, "Oh, well,
Okay.
All right, got it.
Yeah. No problem. Yeah. No, I don't know. Baseball season's almost wrapped up here, man.
Yeah, did the Yankees clinch it up?
And then now we beat you guys last night.
Yeah.
But we got to go fight Tampa Bay now, if I'm not mistaken, which is terrible.
Oh.
We get to and if we get to finish the season by like literally sticking our hand in the wood chipper. So that is Tampa Bay.
Baseball.
I know, man. So
oh,
yeah, there's a very good chance that your team and my team will be doing a one game.
Well, if it comes to that, then
Yeah.
great. That's something.
Yeah.
does that mean Toronto's out?"
We're both trying to hold Toronto's head under the water right now,
Yeah.
but it's not really working.
They
So
got so many good players.
yeah, they got great players, but I was watching them yesterday, and they just not. Yeah. So
All those kids, man.
they got a lot of kids, So,
Well, Boston's young team now too.
Boston is a young team.
The guard did kind of change overnight. There's a couple
yeah.
of holdouts. Hello, concession. There's a couple of holdouts, but yeah, I think I would say like the Pedroia era is over.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
the last of his administration.
His administration.
No, nobody got held over.
Yeah.
God, he hasn't played in
A couple of years.
Yeah.
5 years.
Something like that.
I don't think it's been 5 years. I think it's been like 3, and that was because it was unfathomable at a time. It's like, where's Mookie Betts?
Right.
Right, and so a lot of the mainstays, and the pitching staff is all
totally different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even
if
I don't even know
Aldi
half your guys.
is
So, right
Is there
now.
a payroll like Rockies?
of course. Well, no,
They're paid.
no.
This is the Yankees. This is the Red Sox.
Is it still?
This is the Rockies.
Who's on there?
Yeah. Huh?
Who's the big money guy?
It's Drew, it's
Yeah.
X-Man, it's
Xavier Bogaerts.
Xander Bogaerts, yeah.
Yeah.
I always want to say JD Drew. It's
That's
not.
what I was like.
It's
I know who you're talking about, though.
but he's a clubber. He's
Is he
Yeah.
making like 200 million?
well, not that much, but
Yankees, all
eventually.
their guys are making like 200 million.
Oh, I don't know. We've had a lot of
Garrett Cole
turnover, man. Yeah. We're gonna lose a couple of those guys this year, though.
Stanton
Stanton, of course, and
yeah.
Judge. Yeah.
But Judge isn't making insane money yet, is he?
Not yet. As soon as his contract comes up, he will be. Yeah.
Or he'll be putting on a Red Sox.
Or he'll be
uniform.
putting on a Red Sox uniform. I don't know. I think he likes pinstripes personally. I think they've kind of like ironed him onto him.
Would they
Well,
let
yeah.
him go to the?
I don't think
Red
so.
Sox?
Yeah. I think
Pay extra
yeah,
money just
Steinbrenner
to make
Jr.
sure it
will
doesn't-
No, the
open
answer, of course, is the Dodgers.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Why weren't they even play him?
They'd find a place.
That's what the Dodgers do, man.
They're it's the
They got Dodgers are just kind of like we got California money. So if somebody's out there, it's like, oh, you can't afford him there, so we pay him here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile, nobody in Los Angeles gives a fuck about baseball.
Yeah. It is not a baseball town.
Christ, man.
Yeah. So I saw the other day that well, wait a minute, they don't have a team right now, right?
Who?
Los Angeles.
Oh, they've got several.
Well, not a football team.
two.
Oh, that's right.
The Chargers and
That's
the Rams.
right. That's right. The Chargers did move there. I remember that now.
And nobody cares.
Yeah, nobody cared. Yeah, at all. So I saw that the Bears were going to move the other
Get a
day.
new
They had new
stadium.
stadium.
Oh, just like stadium.
Away from downtown.
Oh, so they're going to do
outside.
that San Francisco thing.
Price out the cheap seats or what?
Price out the cheap seats and put the shitty ones facing the sun. Yeah. That's exactly what they did. So, yeah.
Did you hear who they say the Broncos might get sold to?
You said to Peyton Manning, right?
Yeah, but Bezos might be interested.
Oh, shut the
No
fuck
way.
up.
That's what
No
they're
way.
saying.
I don't want the Broncos owned by a fucking supervillain.
He says football doesn't have any villains anymore.
Yeah, well, we get a bond grade. Yeah, the villain. So I'm going to buy the Broncos and go to space.
Yeah. The stadium actually takes off to space.
Right, yeah, exactly. So I bring my Mexican girlfriend.
If you have to listen to the previous episode to catch.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, there's a Elway group and a Manning group, I guess. But Bezos says he wants a football team.
He wants a football team. Go fucking buy one in Seattle or something, man. Leave us alone.
Yeah, this one's for sale though.
Oh, that's true.
But wait a second.
Yeah.
Okay, so they did finally close the sale on Casa Bonito. Why don't those guys buy the Broncos?
I don't think they have that kind of money. So, I mean, how much would a football franchise? I bet you it's going to be north of $5 billion, easy.
I think it's around there, and like they were kind of listing the money value of all these other guys, and then they're like Bezos is like 195 billion.
He actually
literally, like,
he
just
got
pay
knocked off.
cash.
Yeah, he got knocked off the number one spot the other day. So yeah,
Who too?
by the other Bond villain.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So they're like this, man.
It's the Michael Jackson Madonna
Stock
thing in the
part-
80s.
Stock
much
price
so,
goes up that day.
Right, yeah. If Amazon stock goes up, he wins, and if Tesla goes up, the other guy wins. So
If Dogecoin goes through the roof.
Dogecoin. Yeah. So, well, all he has to do is tweet about that.
Yeah, that seems illegal. Well, that's whatever.
Legally
Yeah.
illegal.
But if that's what causes the shift. But it's funny was when you broke that down and you're like, it's really not that much financial power compared to
A government?
Yeah.
No way.
yeah.
Yeah. No, we were talking about that last week. So, I mean, but yeah, like the South Park guys, there's no way they could buy Casa Bonita. Fuck, we could probably buy Casa Bonita.
They spent $3.1 million.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm out. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm cashing all my coins. It was like,
Yeah, no,
I can't buy this restaurant.
Buy this restaurant, let alone run it.
Oh yeah, I was like, I can't cook.
Well, you don't really have to cook at Casa Bonita. I mean,
Well,
this is not the
take out
pinnacle
a
of American
microwave.
Tex-Mex.
you understand that if I spent the $3.1 million to get the place,
I'm gonna make it
that's
better.
that's like my last cent. So
Right,
like
yeah.
this is like fucking Bugs Bunny on a baseball team. It's like I gotta bust dishes,
Right.
I gotta fucking open the cans of refried beans, I gotta jump
Yeah.
off the cliffs. That's the thing. Like this is like that family business where family means unpaid labor.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure that's the case.
Sweeping up your mom's barbershop,
Right.
stuff like that.
Yeah. So preferably not in the Mexican restaurant. Yeah. So.
Barbershop in the Mexican restaurant.
Yeah. So it's one of those things. Everybody's got to pitch in. What can you do? What can you do? So all right. You wash dishes. You cut hair.
Can you fix a car? I have seen a car. I've
seen
driven a car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay.
All right, well,
So
you're our
valet.
mechanic.
Yeah. You're a mechanic. So yeah. So I guess if I had Bezos bucks and the Denver Broncos are for sale. Are they actually for sale?
It's gonna be at the end of the season.
Okay.
Is that like a court order? Like,
Was that just the Bowen family just deciding, fuck it, we're done?
Well, they couldn't get one person to. Well, they tried to get one person, but she's supposedly not.
That's a
qualified.
daughter, right? Yeah.
But they just agree, then they all get like $100 million.
Yeah.
Or however insane it's going to be.
Yeah, but you lose a football team, man. I mean, at some point in time, the money's like kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, but
Don't you think?
I've heard that some of the kids are just.
space cadets.
Yeah,
Oh.
they are not really like. There's some
Apple
of these
fell a
people.
little too far.
There's
from
some
the
of
tree.
these kids that sound like that. Those shows that say, "Oh, I won the lotto, and this is now how bad my life is." So they're gonna go through $163 million somehow. And
Yeah.
be poor.
Yeah, and so like in 10 years' time,
Yeah.
or
Or
give it
you're-
like 50 years' time, so the Bolins would be like dirt farmers or something.
Are you suggesting perhaps there would be drugs involved?
I don't know. I guess one of the kids was tweeting that like all the goofy stuff he was gonna do. Like he's already gonna spend all this. Can't we just get this done? And
Well, I was nervous there for a second. It was like, they're going to give it to his daughter, and then they're saying she's not qualified. Like that, that would be like the worst thing to say right now. It's like, you can't run this because you're a girl.
Right? Yeah, exactly. You're not qualified. So
she's been trying for like 5 years to try and get all the.
That's what I'm saying.
Necessary
What is their
qualifications.
basis to say that she's not qualified?
what do you mean qualified to own
a team.
Yeah, own
Right.
a team, not run a team.
They've been making her like she's been going through law stuff and all these kind of things, and
Who the fuck cares? You hire a lawyer.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh yeah, I wrote it down so I wouldn't have to remember. Yeah.
Right, yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
No. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I guess that's the question. Is like, what qualifications of other owners have those same kind of things, man? Like, fucking Mark Cuban was selling like garbage bags door to door.
Yeah, no kidding. So, or who's the guy who owns the Raiders? So the
his
dude
kid.
with the fucking weird haircut. That's Al Davis's kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis. Yeah, you're right. So what qualifications did he have to run a team?
Yeah, you're allowed to.
He obviously does not use a
but-
mirror.
Maybe this is because you're a girl.
Oh yeah.
This should be a thing.
Well,
Yeah.
but there's like 13 kids, and so all 13 would have to agree not to want the money and let her run it.
Oh,
There's no way you're getting 13 people.
There's no way you're getting
Yeah.
13 when some of them are already being like, I want to spend the money
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my God, that's like getting these same 13 kids to decide on one pizza.
right. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or decide on one pizza or get more money you can ever count. I'm not going to care about that pizza.
Yeah. Neither of those possible. Yeah. So.
So like, is there a version of this where the guys could be like, well, you run it, can you buy me out?
But she doesn't have enough money.
Yeah.
Can she like, I promise you,
Yeah.
through owning this team over the course of 4 to 5 years of selling hot dogs and beer.
They've already been waiting 4 to 5 years or however long.
Yeah, that's not their fault, is it?
Well, it's all because he didn't have his will in line. Like, he had 2 different wills.
Yeah.
He had one that was before dementia, one that was during dementia.
Right.
So
okay.
but they don't know which is the legitimate one. So
Because dementia. Yeah. Yeah.
so no one was specifically listed as the heir or how his actual plan was. So it went to the trust, where the trust is like getting paid to not make a decision.
Yeah.
So-
I wish it was so clear where like the second will was so obvious, like it
Letters
started
are
with
backwards.
no, well, just like it starts with "listen up, assholes." Or,
Yeah. No, it's absolutely patently apparent. He's sitting with his family or something. Yeah.
yeah, and it's just like Batman. You're like, all right, I'm not doing this one.
Right. Yeah.
It's written on the back of a napkin.
In crayon.
Yeah.
It's the thing for Roger Rabbit. Yeah, it's lipstick.
Yeah, it's a lipstick. Yeah.
Oh man, I haven't seen Roger Rabbit in a long
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I watched it while I was lifting weights. So
What did I see about Roger Rabbit the other day?
what, the edits or
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
they just like absolutely butchering the movie to clean it up because it was so filthy. Yeah.
they only took a couple of things out.
Yeah.
And they're weird edits.
Are they?
Yeah, it's a little bit surprising. It's a little bit surprising what they left in. If you're already chopping shit out,
Yeah.
right? It's a little bit surprising what they left in. So they took out a middle finger and
What?
yep, and that I remember from when I was.
That was Danny DeVito, right? At the baby?
There was the baby, yeah.
Yeah.
And then when he goes under that girl's skirt, he
Right,
has
yeah,
middle
yeah.
finger.
Oh yeah.
And they changed the infamous Frozen Laserdisc moment. Is she not wearing panties?
Right, yeah.
And so they actually just put those on. I'm like, that's actually not that bad.
that's not
And I'm
bad.
like,
Okay.
this isn't. There are a lot of kids here, but the jokes that are actually still there are far worse. So okay, speaking of weird edits, this was something I was lifting weights to was so on the WB app or the Warner. I'm paying for it. I don't remember. Is it Warner app? Okay. So they do have the Adult Swim collection, and I'm watching through the Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
The old ones?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, some of those are like they'll peel your skin, man.
Okay, so here's the problem I have.
There's jokes in there that are like, oh.
Okay, so here is something. There's an entire episode missing.
Which one is it?
It is the episode where Master Shake gets bitten by a radioactive black man and it turns him black.
Yeah, yeah.
Gone.
Oh, really? The guy's. I remember that. Yeah.
One of the funniest things I've ever seen.
yeah,
I was
they
looking
turned
for
him
that
black.
one in
Yeah,
particular.
yeah.
I was like, I couldn't find it. I'm looking through all the seasons. Like, where is this? Right? And then I checked the site. Gone. Okay. But then I watched like my second favorite episode, and I'm just curious. So why don't you guess?
Oh, it's got to be the one where Shake gets all the plastic surgery and shit.
Do like that one. Not a bad
Okay.
guess, but that's not it. Do you want to? All right. So there's an episode where Meatwad wants a dog.
Okay.
So they clone a dog out of Carl's pool, and Master Shake puts his hand in the pool, so it makes this dog called Hand Banana. Okay. Now, what I want you to realize is they took out an episode where Shake was bitten by a radioactive black man and it turned him black, but they left the episode where the entire joke is that Carl keeps getting sexually assaulted by a dog.
Yeah. I do remember that.
Then he clones his own dog the dog says, "I want my name to be Spaghetti." Then his own dog starts sexually assaulting him.
Yeah.
Then Hand Banana starts sexually assaulting.
Yeah.
That episode stays.
Still is. It stays.
Oh
That's
my
crazy,
God.
man. Yeah, I can't remember where I ran into a bunch of those. This was probably like 6 months ago or so. And there were a couple of them in there. I was like, oh my God, man.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, if you tried to do that shit today, you would get banned instantaneously.
Yeah.
Just like permabanned, you know?
Hey guys, this was a progressive network.
It was, yeah. Because this is like, what, early 2000s?
Yeah.
Thereabouts. So 'cause what
Thereabouts.
did they start? They started with Space Ghost, right?
Yep, they did.
Yeah.
That actually, Aqua Teen Hunger Force comes from Space Ghost.
Right, yeah.
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 They're different,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
that's where they debuted. And then, shit, I can't remember what that was not their next show, though. That was not their first show. I think it was Harvey Birdman.
It
turning
was Hardy
wall.
Birdman. Yeah, that's where Stephen Colbert came from.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he was doing other stuff.
He was
too.
doing other things, but that was before anybody knew.
Dorking
who it
around the
was.
writers'
yeah.
rooms and-
So, yeah. So, no, that was a long time ago. A lot of that shit just wouldn't fly. Like even some of the stuff they did in the Venture Brothers wouldn't fly.
Still
So,
canceled.
yeah, I know. I've heard rumors tale they're gonna make a movie. So
That's fine, but you got to come out with more than like 7 seasons in like 20 years.
yeah, and not
So-
evenly spaced either.
Whoa.
So like when people are like, I can't believe they canceled it, I'm like, you have never written a check for services in your life.
yeah, no.
Like, what the fuck is going on with those people that are supposed to be fixing your house?
Oh, I don't know, man. So since I was going through the COVID thing this week, I didn't ask. So,
Oh, okay.
What?
I was feeling really shitty on Monday, and so I called off work, and I thought for sure you fuckers gave it to me. So,
You've been double dosed. You should.
I have been
fine.
double dosed, and I am absolutely fine. So I
There's
actually,
tons of breakthrough cases.
Yeah, but they're supposed to-
it's more rare than you think. So at least that's what my doctors told me. She was like, okay, so if you might have a breakthrough case. So go get what's called the PCR test, which is the one where they tickle your fucking brain. Yeah, and then
With what?
it's this
There's
like
Q-tip.
yeah, it's like this Q-tip that's like it's not like a normal Q-tip, all right, but it's got like this long
Big swab.
swab on it. They jam it way up there. Yeah, and then they put it in the shit.
Did
and
you didn't see the Cuomo? Like when COVID was first going on?
I do my best not to look at that.
But
Man.
it was like
can't look
he
at that,
he
yeah.
pulled out like a Q-tip thing that was like the size of a human being. And he's like, "Oh, we stuck this up in your nose, huh?" Like he was joking with his brother.
Oh, who turned out to be completely fake anyway. Yeah. So, but no, I go and I get the test, and I got it back yesterday. It's like negative. You've never had it. You've got no sign of it whatsoever. And so that's my advert for the shot. It works because both you guys got sick, and I didn't. So, but that's just one anecdote. So, just a single anecdote.
Well, even if you have both shots, it is supposed to greatly lessen the symptoms.
Absolutely,
Right.
yes. So, absolutely. But no, my doctor, she was like, because I was supposed to go see her, and I was like, I'm not going to come see you if I got this, kind of thing. And she was like, yeah, breakthrough cases, she says they're rare, but they do happen. So go get this test, you'll know for sure. I was like, okay.
So what's wrong with your house?
Oh, I got a sump pump, man. So that
Yeah.
half built in my basement.
They've never finished.
They have not finished it, man. So yeah. So I'm it's just one of these. So I feel like it's almost like embarrassing because I picked them, kind of thing. So
Wait, didn't somebody recommend them?
yes. So, but it was also that person shall go unnamed. So actually it's fine. But,
No, it's not their doing. It
not
it
their
was the circumstances in which that happened to you.
yeah, and so like I shouldn't have given them the final check. So, but I fully assume those guys are going to come back in 3 days, and I gave them the check, and the electricians came out, did the electrical work, and I called them back and called them back and called them back and called them back.
No way.
Yeah, and so like I mean everything, like all the concrete's done and shit. So and it actually runs if I plug it in the wall, okay, kind of thing. But it's not finished, so it doesn't have the float installed in it, so that it does it automatically. And I'm like, okay.
Oh my gosh.
yeah, for an $8,000 job, I'm kind of like, fuck, guys? So
one of you break off from the job you're doing.
Yes.
Finish this off. But yeah, that's why. Why. You know, they canceled the Venture Brothers.
yeah, right, yeah. So yeah. So you guys didn't do what we wrote you a check to do. Yeah.
That's why I wanted to bring up your example.
Yeah.
Everybody that's had to pay for work.
Yeah.
Is like, oh my god.
No, all the other work that I had done this year is just top notch. So like the painters, the guys who painted my house, they're local. They're right over here. If you ever need your house painted, absolutely use them. They didn't take a penny until they were done. So they didn't even take a down payment.
Wow.
Yeah, and they did a bang up job.
They gave you a deposit.
So, thank you for your business.
No, you don't give this back until we're done.
Yeah. So put a deposit on you. Yeah. So same thing. The electricians that I had this year, they were great. So
That's crazy.
yeah, same thing last year when I did all the windows and shit. Great. No problems. No trouble with any workmanship. It's just this one. So
One of the gals that my wife works with, she paid for one of those tankless water heaters.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what, like 6,000, 8,000.
Yeesh, yeah, those ones that it's got the pipes that go through.
Yeah.
I don't know how this works.
You basically have nonstop hot water. It's You just turn on your hot water and it's
Where does what generates the heat?
It goes through this box. It's like full of coils, and so
so it just like heats the pipes.
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, and so it's just radiator coils
It's just,
essentially.
yeah. And she got that, and she has like her dad was living with her, and he's like super old, so she has to help him bathe and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they put it in, and it didn't work, and they said never like answered her calls.
Oh,
So
yeah.
she had nothing but cold water.
Oh,
for months.
yeah. That's where I'd find out where they are, and I would burn that place down.
I would like to think before you go to arson. And look, I've thought about going to arson many
I call
times.
the BBB.
Well, no, it's kind of like I would think one letter that says like from the offices of Johnson Johnson and murder.
Yeah. Murder, mayhem, LFP.
I don't know who the third partner is.
Yeah.
But you know that's how it goes. And I think with one of those letters, they'd be like, all right.
Yeah,
She was gonna try and I guess KRDO does like a segment every week.
they do. Yeah.
Of like ripping up whoever
Yeah.
did a terrible thing, and she was like, "I'm gonna go on KRDO and get them on," because my dad like she'd have to heat up the water or go to like a truck station.
That's a good story, though, man. I mean, that would definitely be something, KRD. Oh, you got to wash your elderly father in ice water. You know, this is
or
terrible.
drive him to the truck station so that you can turn on a shower for him there. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, that is pretty good. Like,
Yeah. That's not a good look for that company. Yeah.
How did that resolve itself?
I think it's still going on.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, public service announcement.
I think her dad just died like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that sucks.
So
All right.
Yeah. I
I don't know him, but you know, it sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was like know it's happening kind of thing, but
Yeah.
We're all of us at this table are versed with how that works.
Yes, we
It
are.
sucks.
It does suck.
I don't think we need to recount those stories.
No. But
I don't even like seeing that when it's happening to pets.
no.
the parents dying.
No, when you know that.
Yeah, your dog is sick or something. Yeah. So, like, I think my brother's cat's about to turn 30.
Jesus.
No, I don't think she's that old. But
She's up there.
she's got to be. But you know, like she is still just like healthy as can be. So yeah, it's just a zombie cat, man.
Well, she's got a.
I think she's got the record now amongst cats because I had an old cat that lived to be 23. I think she's older than that one now.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's just a spark of weird malice in that cat.
My brother's cat.
That keeps it going.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's got a little bit of kryptonite in it.
Well, yeah, because I mean, he's just.
Excuse me.
Which is, I mean, that's part of the reason why I think my mother is going to live another like 25 years is because there's a spark of like weirdness, plus like spite-based living.
Yeah.
And I think there's a third part of like I don't think either side of the afterlife wants to claim you. So, until we get this settled in court, you can't come.
Yeah, no, yeah. So
Shit, like heaven and hell are like making out a custody deal with her. It's
right,
like
you're gonna just impound her.
you get her like these 2 weeks plus the summer,
Right.
and then
Oh, right. Yeah, the shared custody.
because they're like, yeah, she's kind of nice, but she's also sort of a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah.
You know, it's like,
Well, that's a good one for another day.
yeah, sure. If
yeah.
you want to discuss my family shortcomings, I'm happy to discuss it with you.
Yeah, I can tell you about mine too. So, pull the car over, Jim. Yeah. Oh well.
Or is that our cliffhanger for
Yeah, I
next
think
time?
that
Family
I don't
stories?
know, family stories or something else. So, well, we might have some resolution on baseball by the time we get there, because I think this weekend is the last hurrah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
who knows?
it's
Maybe
hard for
maybe
me,
the
so.
CCP will fall due to lack of power over the weekend.
He just
That
tapped
would lead
dancing.
to people revolting, I would think, before too long.
Yeah, but it's China. People don't do that, man. Not unless you fuck with their money. So,
Which
Power,
electricity
though,
does.
man.
well, that's true. It's true. Well,
If you shut off my lights, my TV, boy, no Homer, no TV,
no TV, no beer, go something. Yeah, that might be true in China. too, so.
That's an axiom if I've
know.
ever heard one. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we might have a Joe Biden sighting. You never know.
Well, okay,
So,
no, well, here's the thing: is turn off a third of the power in the states. Mm-hmm. How many people? 120 million. What is a third of the power to the people in China?
holy shit, that's yeah. So it's 1.5 billion. So 500 million people without power.
Okay,
How long are these power outs?
I don't know. I just found out about them myself today. So
well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
A lot of people.
there are certain comforts that you can fuck with for a certain period of time, and like, so when they went out there and said like, all right, no foreign teachers, they're like, okay, we'll deal with it. We have
Yeah.
our ways.
yeah.
As I teach the Hong Kongese, who openly
NordVPN.
who openly poop on the CCP that I have to dial it in. And these are kids.
Man, you have to censor yourself thanks to the CCP. That sucks.
Well, I already lost one job because of those guys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And that was a stupid job, but still, red. When you say red. Take a candy from the thing. Okay, so
That counts as English teaching.
those are their lessons.
Oh my
you
God.
follow the lessons.
Yeah. If you want your CCP bucks.
Now, on the other hand, on this platform, it's like, let's just talk about chicks.
Oh, okay.
Whatever, I don't
Yeah,
know.
whatever.
I got somebody who's signed up actually for me to just edit some papers.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, yeah, how much I charge, man? That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, that's that. But you do that, then you start saying you can play video games for 3 hours.
a weekend. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's
Like-
crazy, man. I mean, in the United States, people would be like, burn this bitch down now. You know?
Yeah.
If the government turned around and said, oh, yeah, we're going to shut off your Steam account except for 3 hours a week.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, no, it's not even
that's what
possible.
I'm telling
It
you.
wouldn't
Yeah,
even happen.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying is you can only shut down so many things before people are like, where do I live?
Right, yeah.
Is this a remote neighborhood in fucking Tanzania?
Yeah.
Is this
Yeah.
what we're doing now?
Yeah, well, you probably have more freedom there, so...
Very libertine freedom,
Sure, yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
might makes right freedom.
It's also known as anarchy.
Like, you have 2 eggs, I have a stick. Now
Right.
I have 2 eggs.
Right.
It's not that you get one. I get one.
Right, yeah, no.
I have both eggs and the stick.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, where is it? Where is that African country where they say it is the least governed,
Oh.
and life is absolutely dog shit from sun up to sundown?
Yeah, I think it's like, I can't remember if it's...
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like, well, it's like when Congo broke up into like 3 different countries, I think it's one of them. So, yeah.
Oh,
So, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. African geography is definitely my weak spot in geography. I think it's everybody's weak spot in geography.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you like live there or something, but
My knowledge of African countries
Is risk.
is risky.
yeah, it's from Risk. Yeah. Or maybe Axis and Allies, sure. Yeah.
But you don't
So-
even play on the biggest part of it. They just
No.
mark that off as like desert.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah.
They don't even label it.
They don't even label it. It's just impassable. Yeah.
The name of those countries. is
Right.
Impassable.
Impassable. Yeah. Impassable Africa. Yeah.
Because I
So-
kind of know those top ones.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
I know the bottom one,
I know the bottom one.
and I know the island that
Yeah.
you can't get sick.
You can't get. Oh yeah, yeah, because it's the last one to quarantine.
It's got
So,
one port.
yeah, one
and
port. It's either that one or Cuba. So
Yep.
yeah. So the COVID's not making it to either one of those. Yeah. So I'm sorry, we lost that one. I think Red Team won that one.
So how are we doing on beverages?
I'm out.
You're out.
Cashier.
Okay. Well, then any last thoughts?
Last hit. Oh well, weekend. Well, you're here. So thoughts for the night. Closing thoughts.
Well, it's the weekend. The Broncos are 3-0. I'm hoping for 4-0.
You're not seeming very.
I'm hoping. It's at home. The Ravens needed a 66-yard field goal that doinked off the post to make it to get a win against the Lions. So
Okay.
there's hope.
There's hope. All right. So
Patrick?
that go Broncos.
And go
Go
Broncos.
Broncos.
Yeah, go
Any
Broncos.
final thoughts from you?
Go Yankees.
Go Yankees. I have the cutest dog in the world.
You sure do.
I do. She's so friendly. All right. Well, that's been Coffee Before Bed.
Yep.
As always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And
Buy some fucking merch. Oh wait, we don't have any. So
okay, we're gonna make merch. Buy that,
yeah,
and don't forget to hit that little bell icon.
the little bell. Yeah, the notification bell.
Yes,
yeah,
please.
Yeah. Don't,
All right.
Yeah. Or don't. Whatever.
Bedtime.
Bedtime.
All right.
I'm Pat,
Will.
And I'm Jeffrey.
and it's bedtime.